Hey, it's Mike from Victory Force Options Training. Welcome to installment 5 of New Adventures, New Opportunities. So it's another Sunday afternoon, and this blog post is due today, and I'm just getting to it. I'm not making excuses, but this has been a crazy couple of weeks. Not a wilderness period by any means, but just a lot going on. Earlier this week, I got hit with some kind of stomach bug, and I feel like I lost a week, even though it was only a couple of days. So after I got back from my Florida and South Carolina trip, it was right back to work. That week I got to take an internal team of some of my supervisors and commanders to an industry trade show. That's always a lot of fun. And I also got to teach a class on constitutional law for a group of new animal control officers. So that was a nice break in pace. Last weekend had some interesting opportunities and set me up for what was going to be an awesome week. And then I got hit by the proverbial truck. So much for the best laid plans. Pro reading, I am still working my way through Stephen Covey's The Third Alternative, Solving Life's Most Difficult Problems. The last two chapters that I've completed are The Third Alternative at School and The Third Alternative in the Law. As I stated in the last installment, this book is affirming a lot of what I've been doing in other professional and personal development. I'm really enjoying the book. It came into the rotation at the exact right time. I'm pretty close to the end, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. Regarding my pro reading, I'm still working my way through the book of Ezekiel and Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. As far as other reading, being sick in rack, as we used to call it, necessitated some reading that wasn't a heavy lift. I used to do a lot of reading by W.E.B. Griffin, particularly his series The Core. But one of his other series is the Badge of Honor collection about the Philadelphia Police Department. So while I was down, I opened an old standby on my Kindle and reread The Investigators by W.E.B. Griffin. When that was done, I cracked open Bravo 20 by SAS Trooper Andy McNabb, which is an unbelievable story about an escape and evasion by an SAS unit in Iraq. Other learning opportunities, well, unfortunately, with being under the weather and losing a couple of days, not being 100%, I had to cancel a training trip down to Rhode Island. I'm really disappointed about that, completely bummed. I was looking forward to making that trip and working with that group, but there'll be other opportunities. One of the things that I did manage to accomplish was I initiated a conversation that I've been contemplating for quite some time. Last fall, I was honored and humbled to be recognized by my alma mater, Williams College, as what the college describes as a bicentennial medalist. And my medal class included a noted internationally lauded journalist, a history-making recording industry executive, and an advocate and organizer who uses arts and culture to drive economic change in disadvantaged nations. It was an honor to just be seated with them. Prior medalists include entrepreneurs, industrialists, diplomats, legislators, entertainers, and other incredibly accomplished individuals. So my request to my medal classmates, as well as the other medalists and to the college, is that we, as bicentennial medalists from Williams College, turn our collective energy and talents to tackling real-world issues that are confronting us today and developing creative solutions. The response from my medal class and from the college was awesome and inspiring, and I'm excited about what this might mean. Something else that I've added to my routine in the last couple of weeks is listening to the Hands in Daylight podcast by Pete Roberts. Pete Roberts is the founder and principal of Origin Maine and Origin Labs, Origin Products. I got turned on to the Hands in Daylight podcast by listening to the Jocko podcast by Commander Jocko Willink. Pete and his guests on Hands in Daylight talk about their mission to bring manufacturing and industrial trades back to New England. I've only listened to a handful of episodes, but so far it's awesome. I highly recommend it. Writing, not much going on the writing front, other than some regular journaling. I haven't been doing much writing, and I need to get focused and get back to that. But we have had some fun in the last couple of weeks. I managed to add quite a few flexibility and mobility workouts to my routine, even though I was under the weather. And the flexibility and mobility work really contributed to my jiu-jitsu, so that's been a plus. I've gotten some great jiu-jitsu workouts in, and last weekend I had an awesome 5-mile ruck, so I'm still sticking to that. Last Sunday morning, I was honored to be able to attend the Williams Wrestling end-of-season breakfast banquet, and it was my privilege to address the team and their families and to offer a few brief remarks. We've had a few fun date nights recently. Christina and I have gone out to dinner at the Old Forge Tavern in Lanesboro and Firefly Gastropub in Lenox. And on top of that, we had a beautiful night out with some friends last Friday, including dinner at Trattoria Rustica and cocktails at District, both here in Pittsfield. All in all, not bad for a couple of weeks that were interrupted by the worst stomach bug ever. So that's all for now. Be safe, keep the faith, do good work, one asterisk.